Hi guys, welcome to Snakes and Adders. This is an Apalachicola king snake, or an Apalachicola lowlands king snake. They occur exclusively in the Florida Panhandle, near the Apalachicola River, and another river and creek that I can't even pronounce, or pretend to pronounce. Long argued as to whether they're a subspecies or not. These were previously known as Lampropeltis getula goini. They've since been reclassified to Lampropeltis getula meansi. So in the trade, a lot of times they're also referred to as Goins kings. They are incredibly variable, the most variable of the North American getula king snakes, where on occasion we can have saddles, sometimes it's striped, sometimes it's totally aberrant. In the adult animals, the palate tends to be yellows, golds and tans, such as this animal here, but as babies they're incredibly striking with loads of reds, yellows and orange in between the black saddles. This makes them incredibly attractive. Because they occur between the natural ranges of the Florida king snake, Lampropeltis getula floridana, and the eastern chain king, Lampropeltis getula, that was the argument that's long took place, whether this was a naturally occurring intergrade between those two. But they've got their own subspecific status now, and they also do integrate themselves with each of those subspecies to the north of the range for Lampropeltis getula and to the south and east of the range for Lampropeltis getula floridana. So there's a real mishmash, and what you'll find as well is that there's a lot of, in the trade there was a lot of Brooks cross Goins kings. I really need to stop calling them Goins kings, it's just, it rolls off the tongue. That's what we called them for years, and these reclassifications keep happening and changing everything that we refer to. I've always found the Apalachicola king snakes to actually be very steady. They're not particularly aggressive. They're not food orientated the way that, say, Calis, certain Floridas and certainly Mexican blacks are. There isn't that immediate food as soon as you enter the viv, and this makes them some of the very best of the North American kings for handling and for being pets. And these scored highly in our score matrix for beginner snakes, and you could certainly do far worse than keep one of these. This is a good sized specimen. It's probably approaching 4.5 feet in length, and they're not huge snakes. They're not like the eastern chains where they can be, 5.5, 6 feet plus, and certain Floridas can be getting up to that size. These seem to just be slightly more modestly built. They're absolutely fabulous. They do feed great, incredibly hardy, and breed readily. Minimal brumation needs with being from Florida, and they are ready breeders as well. So maybe back in 2006, 2007, there was a lot more of them, particularly in the UK hobby, knocking around, but then they seem to really have disappeared off, which is a huge shame because it's such a gorgeous snake and so laid back. So definitely would encourage people to maybe try searching out the Apalachicola kings, but more than likely you will still find them labelled in the UK as Goins kings, even though they are no longer Goins kings. They are Bruce Means kings, hence the meansi, who is a guy who did all the research into these, and they were only classified in 2006 by a paper written by Crisco and Judd. So they are, as far as snakes go, compared to a lot of the other videos that we do, incredibly new kids on the block, if you like. But just look at it, what a wonderful snake, super pet specimen, and yeah, you could do far worse. So do your research, Lampropeltis getula meansi, and have a look into it. You could do far worse. We'll see you again soon from me and Paul at Snakes and Adders.